Hey guys, what's up? I'm Will Scully, AudioSavings.com. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We're at NAMM 2016, bringing you some coverage, and I'm over here with Rob Papen of Rob Papen Sense, and you've got the new Prisma that just came out, and it's a little different. Well, not necessarily an instrument, but what it allows you to do with your Rob Papen instruments is pretty cool. So why don't you explain that for us, if you would?
Yeah, essentially Prisma is combining all the colors we have as instruments. So we have raw, Predator, Bluetooth, a blade, sub-boom bass, and with 4 layers you can combine these individual plugins inside Prisma and create one new sound. And figure that you use an arpeggiator sound from Predator together with a pad from Bluetooth and something else from Blade running at the same time. So that makes that you can create pretty much some very new textures. So this preset, for instance, uses 3 times Bluetooth. So what you hear now is essentially layer 1 is in the choirs from Bluetooth, which is a preset. And the good news is that you still can add it. So I still can add a layer 1 and change the presets if I want to. So the Prisma totally stores everything you change inside Prisma. Well, each layer has an easy page, each layer has an EQ, so that you can adjust the sound, because the moment you go stacking, sometimes you have some frequency which are interrupting. So we have a keyboard layout, which is great because you can make keyboard split points, but also make the sound responding to velocity. Let's go to a different preset now. So this preset uses Bluetooth, punch for drums, Bluetooth again, and blades for one sound. So what is cool that we even can use punch. Punch is a drum machine, and normally if you layer drum machines would be a bit strange because you would have individual drum sounds. But punch has grooves built in, and at the right side you can see that each groove can be triggered by certain keyboard ranges, but also by velocity. So if I play now punch very soft, you don't hear the hi-hat. But when I play a bit harder, it activates the groove with the hi-hat. So these 4 layers can be very dynamic in the way you can create sounds with it. The same goes for blue in the first layer, which is a very dark down sound, but if I play soft, it doesn't play. So also this one is set to a certain range for velocity. And combined with the other instruments, you got really a very dynamic texture. If I play soft, it's different. The good news also about Prisma is that if you own a Rob Papen product, you simply in March you can download it and use it. It's for free, and of course it makes most sense if you have the X Pro 3 bundle, because then you can combine it with all the instruments we have.
That's cool, Rob, and to be able to get that for free and have that kind of expandability and dynamics is very cool. I know that, you know, with writing a song, sometimes I'm a preset guy. I mean, don't get me wrong, who doesn't love synthesis? But when you're running through presets and you've got, you know, up to 4 at one time, you're going to run into those kind of happy surprises. You're like, oh, it just sounds good. And then the dynamics with what you're talking about, with whether it was the aftertouch or just the velocity, you can kind of start digging into an arrangement and again, kind of surprise yourself and really get those creative juices flowing.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's one of the fun parts of Prisma, because each of our instruments have a lot of presets. You simply load in one of our plugins like Predator and use a nice preset, just select one, go to the next layer, take something from Bluetooth, and simply by combining presets, you already can find some new stuff without editing anything. So I think that's also very cool for users who are not so deep into editing synthesizers.
It is, it's super cool, especially for projects like film or your kind of higher end electronic.
I mean, yesterday, Mark Quayle was here who did the film score for Mr. Robot. And I have contact now with him because he used a lot of my stuff in this series, and we will have some contact together about talking in making some layers which are great for film score and that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Agreed. Well, that's good. And I run Blue, but I don't run Blue 2 yet. But it looks and sounds good, so I can't wait to check it out.
Bluetooth is another thing. Bluetooth is really a huge difference compared to Blue 1. I mean, it adds another dimension in terms of synthesis and options we have. Absolutely. I can show you by one sound, which is used here. Just check this one.
That's cool. I don't even know what you call that. What do you call it?
Yeah, well, it's an XY pad, and with this XY pad, you can mix between the 4 first oscillators of Blue 2.
Yeah.
Or combine that together with other parameters. So, and this XY pad can make that you can make extremely dynamic changing sounds.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different world compared to Blue 1, which already was a very renewing synthesizer, because the original Blue combined FM synthesis together with subtractive. So both worlds combined together, because each of them have strengths and weaknesses. So
strengths and weaknesses. You're so humble about it. There's some very strong sound in synthesizers. I like this. I can't wait to check it out. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me and Rob today here at NAMM 2016. I'm Will Scully, AudioSavings.com.